Okay, so today I want to talk to you guys about clearing your financial past. You know that I have a waiting list for a course called Money Wants Me. And the reason why I'm coming on today and recording a video is because I'm actually going through some of the steps of the course and I wanted to share them with you. I just wanted to kind of refresh and also to bring you guys in to what it is that I'm doing and maybe give you some inside information about what the course is actually about. So yeah, let's start. So clearing your financial past, I think, is something that's really, really important. Because I think that a lot of people talk about manifestation, do this, scripting, and all this other stuff, and all those things are great. But you don't want to be like a one-time manifester, right? You want to manifest all the time. And so one of those requirements is for you to go deep and for you to look at why you might have a lack mentality, why you might have a scarcity mindset, why you're fearful about money, or when certain situations come up, it's like, oh my God, you know what I mean? And so this all goes back to the reason why I've started posting money affirmations and different things of that nature. I started reading the Open Your Mind to Prosperity book, which I think I'm going to take a different turn with that, which is why I haven't shared the rest of the videos that I've done. So that's a whole nother story within itself. But today, or whenever you see this video, because whenever you see it is when it's meant for you to see it, I would like you to just look. And I think that this message and this video is not for everyone, because everyone is not willing to do the work, right? Because work has to be done. There are certain things that we were taught when we were younger. It doesn't matter whether it was our mom or our grandma or our dad or a brother, sister, neighbor, whatever the case may be. It's not time to place blame. It's just time to speak real, right? There's certain things that our parents did, and they did the best that they could. They knew only what they knew, right? So at the end of the day, if you do have experiences as far as lack and fear and things of that nature, it's just because that was their story, right? That was their experience or whatever. But not to say that there's something better that you could do, and there's something different that you can work through and around, so that you can manifest always, so that you can be a super manifester, right? And so the first thing, and this is what I'm doing this weekend, is writing down all of, I'm not going to say the word that was used in my previous training, but just stating all of the crazy, deranged, negative money stories that you've experienced, that you've heard, all of those things. Just write them down. List them. Just think to yourself, think hard and think long, and write them down. Okay? And then once you write them down, you're going to look at that list, and then you're going to say to yourself, is this ultimately true? Is this ultimately true that money doesn't grow on trees? Whatever, whatever. I'm just giving you an example, but whatever, right? Is this ultimately true? And everything, just look at it and just ask yourself, like, is this ultimately true? And then what you're going to do is you're actually going to forgive yourself. You're going to forgive yourself for keeping that inside, for that still being a part of you, for you continuing on with the cycle of lack, limitation, negative thinking when it comes to money. You're going to forgive yourself, right? And then you're going to write a new story. You're going to write a new story about each and every one of those things. So that means that you're going through, you're seeing it, you're recognizing it, you're feeling it, right? Then you're going to ask yourself, is this ultimately true, right? And then you're going to say, how can I see this? How can I see this differently? Is there any way that I can see this differently? Okay? And so you're going to think about that thing. And then you're going to forgive yourself. And then you're going to write a new story. You're going to write a new story. And let me see, what was it? Yeah, forgiving your past makes room for the desires, for different desires in your life. Forgiving your past makes room for new desires to take form in your current life. That's what I wrote down. Sorry. Forgiving your past makes room for new desires to take form in your current life. So yeah, that's really all I wanted to say. So write down your crazy money stories, like the negative money stories that you have. Then ask for each one of those, am I willing to see this differently? And ask yourself, is this ultimately true? Right? And make sure that you're thinking about each and every one of those things and giving yourself, like asking yourself that question, asking yourself those questions, and journal about it, write it out, because we're working on shifting that story from old to new, right? Because we want to be master manifestors. So we want to shift the story. And then once you free write about it, you're going to be, I'm willing to forgive. I'm willing to forgive, and I'm willing to see things differently. I'm willing to forgive, and I'm willing to see things differently. And let me make this statement one more time. Forgiving your past makes room for new desires to take place in your current life. So that's it. That's the assignment, okay? Writing down the list, looking at it, asking yourself the questions, forgiving yourself, and just writing a new story, right? Writing a new story. So I hope that this has helped you in any way, for those who it's meant to help. I know that doing the work can be painful. I know doing the work can, bring up all kinds of other thoughts and, sad stories, and maybe make you cry, but these things are necessary. It's necessary for you to do the work. It's necessary for you to do the work. Let me say it again. It's necessary for you to do the work. That's the only way that you're going to heal, and that's the only way that you're really and truly going to walk into your new life. There's a lot of people that are making money. There's a lot of people that are, balling, getting the bag, whatever the words and this lingo everyone is using. But that doesn't necessarily mean because you see them posting all the time and they have cars and all this other stuff. No shade to anyone else. But if they haven't done the work, there's still some things that are missing. There's still some things that are missing there. So you've heard these stories about people that have money, but they're still miserable. We are shaping you into being whole and having money. Whole and having the money that you desire. Whole and manifesting all of the things that you want. So I'm gonna go. I hope that you're having a great day. And I hope that this has resonated with you. And if it hasn't, that's cool too. But if it hasn't resonated with you, I hope that it's planted a seed. I hope it's planted a seed. So I will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for listening to me.